Hello everyone, welcome to my first ever YouTube video. Before we start, let me give a bit of introduction about myself. I'm Rishi, a post Form 5 student waiting for my results. And meanwhile, I have decided to start up this YouTube channel focusing on education, fun, vlogs and much more in the future. So, if you want to be updated, please consider subscribing and stay tuned. Alright, now that that's out of the way, let's get into today's video, which is about education, Form 1 first chapter of mathematics, which is rational numbers, and I'm going to primarily focus on integers. So, without further ado, let's begin. Now we are going to focus on the numbers below 0, the numbers with negative symbol in front of it. There are three ways to understand the concept of negative numbers. They are number line, sea level, and land level, and also debt and repaying. Now I'm going to go through the methods one by one and choose whichever one that helps you understand the best. Right, let's begin. First one is number line. Imagine there is a line going right and left, and in the middle we have 0. So as what we have learned until now, after 0 we have 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is what we have learned till this far. So what we're going to learn now is before 0 there are also numbers, which starts from -1, then -2, and after that -3. It is important that you understand that this is how the numbers span out. From 0 to right it will be increasing, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and from 0 it will be decreasing to the left hand side, which is -1, -2 and -3. For now, just understand this concept. As we go along, you will start to understand how number line can be used to add or subtract the numbers involving the negative numbers. So this is what you have to understand. Starting from 0 to the right, it will increase 1, 2, 3, 4, all positive numbers. And from 0 towards the left, all negative numbers starting from -1, -2 and -3. And that's the concept of number line. And next we have sea level. This sea level and land level method is more visual compared to number line, but it has the same concept. So just draw one line and take it as the surface of the sea. This is the surface of the sea. Anything that goes above the sea level will be positive numbers. Anything that goes below the sea level will be negative numbers. To draw your perspective, the sea level can be considered as 0. Anything that goes above it will be 1, 2, 3 and such. And the same thing, anything that goes below will be -1, -2 and -3 and so on. As you can see, it is just the number line drawn vertically. But if this helps you understand better, then go for it. Alright, now that's the sea level concept. Then moving on from the sea level, the third method will be debt and repaying. This debt and repaying is a method that has been used since my father's time. This is something that my father taught me, and I have not seen it much anywhere. So I think this will help you to get a better picture of how the whole system works. So before we get into it, you must understand debt, anything that is in debt, we will consider it as negative number, and anything that you have or when you repay, it's called positive. So for example, you have a loan shark. I don't recommend loan sharks, but for the purpose of explanation, you have a loan shark. Forgive my stickman drawing. I'm not good with portraits yet. Once I get good at it, I will change my drawing. So back to the topic. There is a loan shark. who charges zero interest for any kind of money you borrow from him. I know, too good to be true. So this guy does not charge any interest. So for example, if you borrow 100 ringgit from him, 100 ringgit, you must only have to pay 100 ringgit. You don't have to pay anything extra. It's a very good loan shark. So, and then you are a person trying to borrow money from him. The way this works is, let's take an example. You borrow 100 ringgit from him, so your debt is RM 100. So we consider this as negative 100. And then the money that you have that is outside of debt is the positive number. So for now, you only have to understand that debt is negative. Now anything that you pay extra, anything that you have more than the debt itself is positive. That's all you have to understand now. Don't have to go too deep into it. As we go along, I will explain to you how to use this concept for addition and subtraction. Then we get the concept of it. Alright? So just remember, for now, there's a loan shark who charges zero interest, and we are borrowing money from the loan shark. Okay? So these are the three methods to understand the concept of negative numbers. But if you ask what's my personal favorite, I would of course I will choose the first one, number line, because it is much visual and helps you get the concept of integers faster. But whatever that floats your boat, whatever that you find most comfortable, you are free to choose it. I'm not going to stop you, because all of us have different ways of understanding. Alright, now that we have understood the concept, don't worry to understand the concept completely. As we go on, you will definitely understand what they are. Alright, so for a while, just bear with me. Next is some type of a rule that you have to memorize. But there's a method to memorize it, so don't worry. So next is the rule to remember. The rule you have to remember, which is when two plus signs or positive numbers come together, they will become positive. When two negative symbols come together, they become positive. When you have plus and minus, they become negative. Then when you have minus and plus, they become negative. So the way I remember this is by saying like the rule that wait. Now we are going to see a rule that you have to remember, just have to memorize. It is not very difficult, but it may seem a bit of a task in the beginning. So how I remember this is, if they are the same sign, whether negative or positive, they will equal to positive. And then if they are different signs, for example, like the third and the fourth, they will become negative. This rule is important when you see two symbols coming together. Okay, for now you have to just know that this is what is going to happen. If it's the same sign, it will become positive. If it's a different sign, it will become negative. We will use this rule for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, all of it. And it is easier to show you rather than explain it to you. Alright? So, now, just keep this in mind. Remember this. Same signs will become positive and different signs will become negative. Alright, from there we move on to the calculation. This is where things get interesting. Interesting as in easy, not difficult. Don't overthink this process. Everything will be fine. Alright, we have addition and subtraction. So for each question, I will show you the way that I work it out in all three methods that I've shown you before. So let's begin. So as subtraction, you have number 1, -7 plus 5. So the first method is number line. So for -7 plus 5, we have to draw the number line. So since we are starting off with -7, let's start with -7, -7, -6, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, and 1. That's all I can fit in my iPad. But never mind, let's see how this goes. So for the number line, what you have to know is that the first number is the position. So here we have -7. So -7 lies here. -7 lies here. So we call this the position. This is where we have to start. This is the position. And then the next thing we have is the action. By action, I mean whether it's +5, like here, +5, or -6, or whatever the number they have given in the question. So second number here will be the action. So if it is plus, you have to go towards the right, and if it is minus, you have to go towards the left. So here we have +5. So +5, we can say it is +5, move towards the right 5 times. So from here, -7, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, and as you can see, we have landed at the number -2. So it is safe to say that -7 plus 5 is equals to -2, and we can put a box around that. So it's correct. -7 plus 5 is equals to -2. As you can see, it is really straightforward and simple. You don't have to think too much. Just see what's the first number, that's the position. The second number is the action. If it is plus, move towards the right. If it is minus, move towards the left. That's about number line. Now let's take the same question and do it with the sea level equation, sea level concept. So sea level. So as usual, we have to draw the sea level, and then we have to draw the line. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Okay, now let's draw the line. I know the line is a bit bendy and stuff. No worries, I will improve my writing as we go on. This is not a surprise that I'm writing on an iPad for not for long. Okay, not going off topic. We have -7 under the C, -7, -6, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, and then we have 0 right here. Then going up, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Okay, now the concept is similar here. So we have -7 here. We are going to take it as a position, same like number line. Then we're going to move up this time. So in the sea level concept, plus means move up and minus means move down. So here we have -7, so we're going to move up 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we land again on the number negative 2. Then we can say with confidence that negative 7 plus 5 is equivalent to negative 2. As simple as that. As you can see, this method and the number line method are very similar. Just choose whichever one that helps you understand better. So it's a C level. Negative 7 plus 5 is indeed negative 2. The third method we have is debt and repaying. Now, debt and repaying will be a bit interesting to look at, because this is the method I learnt in Teachers First. It's gonna be fun, trust me. So debt and repaying. So the question is negative 7 plus 5. So as we said, negative numbers means it's a debt. It's the debt. So you have borrowed 7 ringgit from the loan shark. So your debt now is negative 7. And then this plus 5. If you plus 5, it means you are paying him back. If it is minus 5, it means you are getting more debt. So if you are adding 5, which means you are repaying him back. So if you are repaying him 5. Okay, now moving on from number line, we have C level. But I'm not going to do C level and debt and repayment from now on, because due to time constraints, I want to make this video as short as possible and as crisp and concise. So from now on, I will be just doing the number line. But if you would like to try, have a go at C level concept or the debt and repayment method, sure, go ahead, whatever that is helpful. So from that, I'm moving on to the next question. We have number 4. 5 minus negative 7. So as I said, the first step would be to simplify. 5 minus 7. As we've seen earlier, same signs, positive, different signs, negative. As we can see, minus and minus are, well, the same signs. Same signs, we can put them as positive, plus. So 5 plus 7 is equals to what? This is something we all know since our primary school life, but still, for the sake of explanation, I will go through the number line method. So we're going to have draw a line, a straight line. We're going to draw the arrows. We're going to start with the position, which is 5. Moving to the right, we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Moving to the left, we have negative 4. Negative 4, pardon me. We have 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So we have 5 as a position. Let's mark it down with a cross. Then we have plus 7. Plus 7 means we have to move. Yes, you're right. To the right 7 times. Plus 7 times. If it had been minus, we have to move towards the left 7 times. So since it's plus, we're going to move to the right 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We land at 12. So it is safe to say that 5 minus negative 7 is equivalent to 12. So if you are, as I said, I'm saying it again, if you would like to try the C level method, sure, go ahead. But make sure that the answer you get is the same, 12. Then the repayment method, all is the same, answer will be the same. But if you like to give it a try, please go ahead. You can also consider it as a challenge for you. C level and the debt and repayment method. Alright, now we have covered addition and subtraction and also the basic concept of integers and how to deal with negative numbers, and also we have seen the rules that you have to follow, which is same sign, positive, like plus plus is plus, minus minus is plus. And also we have covered if different signs you have to make it negative, which for example plus minus is negative, minus plus is also negative. That's used when we are simplifying any signs that appear together, like appear side by side in an addition or subtraction questions. Alright, we have covered addition and subtraction. Moving on, we have multiplication and division. And I kid you not, multiplication and division are much easier compared to addition and subtraction. You don't even have to know the number line, you don't even have to know the C-level concept, and you don't even have to know the debt and repayment method. All you have to know is the rule. That's all about it. Same signs, positive. Different signs, negative. Alright? Just know this and you are set for the multiplication and division questions. So, for the first one, multiplication question, let's start off with something that we know. 7 times 5. So by now I assume that you know your multiplication timetable. If you are struggling with multiplication, I would recommend you to memorize the tables, the table. If not, you can use your calculators, no problem. So 7 times 5. 7 times 5 we get 35. Nothing new with that, everything is the same. 7 times 5 is 35. Then next, here we have 3 times negative 5. At first you may think, oh, it's going to be difficult, but no, it's not. I can guarantee you, if I tell you how it works one time, you will be set for life. So 3 times 5, as usual, we get 15. Then now we have to see the rule. Same signs, positive, different signs, negative. So the first number here is a positive number, correct? Then the second number here is a negative number. So using this concept, plus and minus, so are they the same sign? Correct, they are not. Plus and minus are different signs. Different signs means negative, as it's here. Not same sign will be minus. So plus and minus will result in a negative number. So it's just negative 15. Just add a minus in front of the number. There you go. That's it. So 3 times negative 5 will be negative 15. As simple as that. So for the third question, we have negative 4 times 6. So as usual, 4 times 6 is 24. And now for the negative number. Is it negative or positive? To figure that out, we have to write this is a negative number and this is a positive number. Negative and positive are obviously different signs. If they are different signs, from the rule that we have studied earlier, different signs means that the answer should be negative. So negative and positive becomes negative. So this is negative 24. That's it. Now for the last question, number 4, we have negative 4 times negative 5. So as usual, first do the calculation. 4 times 5 is 20. Now first number is a negative number. The second number it's also a negative number. When both of the numbers have the same sign, as per the rule, we have the answer must be positive. The answer must be positive. So negative 4 times negative 5 is indeed just 20, or we can say plus 20. If you don't put a plus sign in front of a number, it's also considered positive. There's no difference. 20 and plus 20 are the same thing. Alright? That's for multiplication. And you might think, what is so different about division? Good news for you, there is no difference. It's the same, exactly the same. There's not even one bit of difference, except it's divide. So for division, we have first question, the easiest question ever. 1 divided by 1. I'm going to give you some time to think about it. What is it? Drums roll. Okay, 1 divided by 1 is 1. And we are not concerned about the value here. We are concerned about the sign. So this is positive and this is positive. And as we said, same sign will be positive. So it's plus 1, or you can also call it as 1. Same thing. Then we have the second question, negative 20 divided by 4. So first, as usual, we do the calculation first with the numbers. 20 divided by 4, we will get 5. The first term is in negative. The second term is in positive. Negative and positive, which are different signs, the answer should be in negative. So it is negative 5. That's it. For the third question, we have 40 divided by negative 8. So for 40 divided by 8, we can say that the answer is 5. That's simple. That's the easy part. To be honest, both parts are easy, but let's see. That's something that we already know. 5. 40 is positive number, and then negative 8 is a negative number. So plus and minus are different signs. When plus and minus are different signs, the answer has to be in negative. So the answer is negative 5. That's it. So the last question, negative 21 divided by negative 3. So first, let's do our calculation. 21 divided by 3, we get 7. The first number is a negative number, so let's put a negative right there. Then the second number is negative 3, which is also a negative number. So as per the rule, same signs positive and different signs negative. Minus minus, which are negative and negative, are obviously the same signs. So the answer has to be in positive. The answer is in positive. So you can write either 7 or positive 7. Both are the same thing, no difference. And that's all for division. So hopefully you have been following through the whole video. Ta-da! Completed. Now you are ready for integers. What I've taught you until now are the basic and the main concepts you have to understand to know how to solve questions in this chapter. But as far as math is concerned, I don't want to be the person saying this, but I have to be since I'm teaching. You have to do exercise. By exercise, not the physical one, I meant mathematical exercise. You don't even have to write it down. Just see the question and just try to do it inside your mind. I know at first it might seem like a chore, but once you get a feel for it, you'll start to enjoy it. I'm not kidding. You'll start enjoying the process of calculation. And make sure that you understand the concept of integers completely. If you have any questions, feel free to write them down in the comment section below. I will be going through each one of it, trying to give you my best answer possible. And I'll also put my email in the description box below. If you would like to ask any questions through there, it's also fine. But make sure you understand this topic completely and have no doubts regarding it, because this is the foundation for every other topic that you're going to see in mathematics or even in maths if you took a science stream in the future. So I wish you all the best, and till the next video, signing off, it's Rishi. Bye bye.